Hello, I'm Tisha Emberton. Welcome to this segment of our show. With me is Trevor.
What's up, guys?
He's from Kiss Kiss Bang.
We like to rock. It's about all there is to it. We like to have fun, rock, just make sure everybody else has a good time too. Just work hard at what we do and then just have fun when we're not playing on stage. That's about it.
Can you tell us about your song, The War Inside of Me?
War Inside of Me was one of the first songs that we ever wrote, actually. Andrew, our bass player, he came up with just the idea of the song. Actually, I want to write a song about a war inside of me. And I came up with the guitar part, and we sat down and wrote lyrics just that pertain to war, but then try to make it metaphorical enough that you could, put it on something else as far as what you're dealing with in your life, not just going to war. So that's really all there is to it. There's a lot of cool music stuff in it. We do a lot of guitar harmonies, and we try to rock it, but there's a pretty deep meaning to it. I personally don't know the deep meaning to it. I just wrote lyrics, and everybody else that hears it, they tell me what, I got an army buddy, he loves it. So that's why we write songs like that. Just open for interpretation. That's one of those songs we have, just open for interpretation, really.
So the first song that was part of your show, This Is How I Feel.
Yeah, How I Feel.
Tell us about that.
That's one of the ones that we have that I really could not tell you what that song means. We just really focused on the music and making it heavy and making it rock, and then we wrote lyrics, trying to make them as intelligent as we could. The song is one of those songs that's just open for interpretation. That's how that's the writer I am. I don't take myself seriously, like I said. Whatever the song means to you is what the song means. I just get up there and play it and have a good time playing it. And that's one of those songs. It's my favorite song we have to play, just because it's so high.
I noticed that there's a really, really fun song for the ladies.
Oh yeah, that's called Superfine Sugar. That one, Sugar, excuse me, with 2 H's. That one is pretty straight to the point. There's no metaphorical meaning behind that. Yeah, that song's just about the ladies having a good time, really.
So tell us about the other songs that are on your current EP.
The EP we have out right now, we have 3 songs that we recorded earlier when we first started, which is Drive, which is getting a lot of radio play in Bowling Green on 98.3. Thank all of you for requesting that song. I want to thank Bratcher and all the guys down at 98.3 for playing that song. Then we have War Inside of Me, and then we have a song called Fire. The Fire, excuse me. But the other 2 we just recorded with our buddy Jordan Henson. One of those songs is called This Life, which is our brand new single, which is my favorite song we have. It's just heavy, catchy, melodic. And the other one we have is a song that we wrote called When You're Gone, which probably has more of a deeper meaning than any song we have to me personally. That's one of my songs that does have a meaning to me. Other than that, the rest of the songs on the album is just pretty much straightforward rock.
So tell me the name of your band members.
Oh man, let's see. I'm just kidding. There's Andrew Hopper on bass. He sings back. He makes me sound better than I actually do. We have Corbin Burke on drums. Who's an animal. You gotta see him to believe it. He's killer. Then we have Malcolm Brewer on lead guitar. He's pretty much the only rock star in the band. He lives it and breathes it. He's the man. He's a really good guitar player, really good musician, talented guy. He does his thing, and his thing is what we need, basically. So yeah, and then myself, my name's Trevor Smith. I try to sing and play rhythm guitar as much as possible.
So I noticed that you guys have played with other bands as well. There was one called 449. Tell us about that and how it transitioned to the band that you're in now.
Yeah, I played in a band called 449 when I was in high school, and it was pretty fun. It taught me a lot about just playing shows and how to work the mic, work a crowd, and got to play with some cool musicians. And, it was a good learning experience for me. We got to play a few cool shows and network and everything. And all the guys that were in that band, we're still cool, we're still friends and everything. But it's kind of one of those things that it's where it was, and it's always going to be where it was. This is something entirely different, and it's not something I regret because it taught me things I need to know now. And I use that as almost like when you go to kindergarten and you're like, having fun building blocks and you're doing all this stuff, and then you get to high school and you're like, I'm not building blocks anymore. I'm doing algebra, but I'm glad that I, worked with Legos because it got me here. That's kind of how I look at that.
So tell me, what are your stepping stones? Like, how old were you when you first picked up a guitar?
I was really young when I picked up a guitar. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I was really young. I was probably, when I first picked a guitar up, I was probably 5 or 6, and I had no idea what I was doing. It had one string on it, and I remember sitting down and learning on one string that song, I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. The dun 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 dun. I learned that, and then I picked up one that had 6 strings on it, and I was like, I'm done with this. So I was probably 12 or 13 when I saw Slash play on TV, and I was like, this dude is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've got to do that. So from then on, my dad bought me a guitar, and I just started playing. Never wanted to be a singer at all. I just wanted to play guitar, which I still can barely do. I've been playing for like 9 years, I guess. Yeah. But I was probably 12 or 13 when I first picked a guitar.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So who are the founding members of Kiss Kiss Me?
We're all original band right now. We've been a band for probably since November. I think it's the first time we practiced. It'd been talks for a long time. So it's me, Corbin, Andrew, and Malcolm. And I knew that I needed something after the other band broke up. And I knew that I needed something more serious. Not like this guy. He's not Corbin. Yeah, he's not serious. Why I picked him as drummer, I don't really know. But no, I knew that something had to happen. I knew all these guys as musicians, and I saw something there. I knew that us four had to collaborate and work together. I had a feeling that the first chord we struck together was going to be magnificent. Just one chord, kick and ride together was going to be awesome. But I didn't know it was going to come to this level. I wanted it to. Thankfully, we bust our butts every weekend, Friday through Sunday. We have for the last, it's like 6 months now. It's crazy to think about. Yeah, we've just been hard at it, writing songs and just pouring, blood, sweat, and tears and a few beers into it, and then this is what we are now. So we're all basically founding members.
What part of Kentucky are y'all from?
Well, our Malcolm and myself are from Cumberland County, which is where Dale Hollow Lake is. And then Corbin's from Glasgow, and Andrew, he's lived all over the place. But he's from Portland, Tennessee, I guess. Is that what where's Madisonville? Okay, Madisonville. He's from a lot of different places. But we call Bowling Green our home because Bowling Green is where we've established ourselves and where we've, have done what we've done. And we've built what we have in Bowling Green, and that's where our people are. So we tell everybody we're from Bowling Green.
So, as a percentage, how many of those fans are female?
99.6? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I would like to say a lot, but I don't really know. There's, 70 on Facebook? It's 70% actually. The demographic shows 70% on Facebook. We took a census. No, I'm just kidding. Facebook says 70%, so I guess 70% of our fans are female. Which I don't understand. If they knew my daily regimen, they probably wouldn't be fans of us, but I'm cool with it. Thank you guys for liking us. We sure do appreciate you.
So whenever I first met you guys, whenever you were with 449, you were opening up for Shivani.
Yeah.
What are some other bands that y'all have opened up that have aspired to?
Honestly, that's one of the toughest questions I've ever been asked as far as what inspires me musically. And bands we've opened up for. I'm inspired by the show, honestly. I've played with a lot of cool bands that I'm glad to have on my resume, but honestly, and I always say this, not because they're from Kentucky, but Blackstone Cherry, honestly, because those dudes are, in my opinion, as far as the fundamentals and just having the ground foundation, those guys are the most talented guys you will ever see in rock music that are just going out and playing without any kind of backing tracks. They're just going out and laying it down. I've always looked up to those dudes. They've always helped us out. They've taught us a lot about songwriting. So Blackstone Cherry is probably one of the main ones, but like I said, I'm inspired more by life and things with life rather than bands. I listen to so much music that it's kind of hard to derive inspiration from, you know what I mean? Like Alice in Chains is probably my biggest one. I'm a huge Lane Staley and Jerry Cantrell fan, but other than that, man, just life inspires me. That's really it. Just being with my boys, having a good time, and just getting together and writing a song, that inspires me the most.
So tell us about who more so conspires together to write the songs? Like, is it mostly you? Is it
Honestly,
you,
no.
or-
We can honestly say that, you know, one of us will come up with a riff, just a 15-second riff, and then all of us will come together and be like, well, that would be cool there, that would be cool there. And that's the great thing about this band, is that we practice in a one-bedroom shack in Bowling Green way out in the woods, which is home to all of us. And we all get together, and we get these live instruments. We don't write with anything other than just loud amps, big, huge John Bonham-style drums, and just vocals with Andrew and myself, and we just write songs like that. I mean, we just put parts together. Everybody always puts their input. We sit and argue for an hour about something, but it's always for the better of the song.
So tell us about Andrew. He's one of the more members, and I mean, like, you guys are roommates. Like, how does that mentally help with, you know, the
We
songwriting
hate each
process?
No, I'm just kidding. Andrew is, as far as being, we're all new members of the band. We all started the band around the same time. Andrew is one of those guys. When I first met him, I was playing a bar called Dublin's in Bowling Green. And I was just doing my own thing, playing acoustic, you know, having fun, just trying to make some money and pay rent and buy food at this point. And I walked in and he was playing with his other band, and I saw him play, and I was like, finally there's a guy singing who actually can sing with the shit, because everybody else around here is just... Bowling Green's kind of one of those towns that it's just like a bunch of noise rock, which I respect any band, but it's like, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, everybody's trying to be so different that they're all starting to sound the same, which both bands will say the same thing as us. But Andrew is one of those guys. I walked in and heard him and had to tell him. I was like, man, you really have something. And we started working the same job. We got jobs driving forklifts at Magna in Bowling Green, which I would give you a gesture right now, but I won't. But no, we had a job together, and we just hung out all the time. We started singing together, and I knew, I was like, I know this guy's serious about what he's doing, but I gotta have this dude. And eventually, you know, everything worked out where me and him were on the front line together, singing every song together, and it's everything I've ever wanted in a man. I was astonished by just how good this guy could sing, and I just knew at that moment, I was like, me and this guy's gonna be really good friends, or we're gonna be in a band together. So luckily, both of them worked out pretty well.
So speaking of Andrew, come and say hello. So this is this is Andrew, guys. Andrew Hopper.
That's right.
So he's the man behind the bass.
Oh,
so
yeah.
is it true that the bass moves the earth?
Oh yeah, heavens and earth.
Oh yeah.
And hell too.
Oh yeah. Moves it all.
Moves it all.
Tsunamis. F5s.
Definitely the F5s.
Bouncing off the Richter scale. Just everywhere.
Is there any things that you want to tell your fans, like your
Yeah.
endorsements, maybe websites that they can find you?
We are on Facebook. Just type in Kiss Kiss Bang, you'll find us. And then we're on YouTube. A couple videos on there. We got a video for our song Drive out on YouTube. Kiss Kiss Bang Drive. You'll find it right there. Mainly, we just want to say to the fans, thanks to everyone who has, you know, stuck with us and humbled us through this, you know, half-a-year process of us becoming a fresh new band and, you know, just writing songs and just grinding it all out. There's a lot of people out there that probably, you know, where we're from, that really don't respect us.
They don't like us.
They don't like us.
They do not like us.
It's not a big rock
That's okay.
following where we're from, but it's okay because the people that do like us, you guys mean the world to us, and keep requesting Drive on 98.3 and requesting our brand new single This Life on 98.3.
Which we'll have a video out for soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
We want to thank the guys in 254 Productions for shooting our music video. This guy's Rock, Brandon Taylor, and Ryan Murphy. Yeah, we just want to thank everybody so much for just the support that you've given us thus far. We really do appreciate you guys so much.
Okay, this is Tisha, Andrew, and Trevor signing off. Thank you for tuning in.